Bogomilism, a Christian dualist and Gnostic movement, emerged in the 10th century in the First Bulgarian Empire. The Bogomils were named after their founder, the priest Bogomil, whose teachings spread across the Balkans and into Western Europe. The movement is thought to have been a reaction to the perceived corruption and materialism of the established Orthodox Church. The teachings of the priest Bogomil form the basis of this group, emphasizing a return to the purity and simplicity of early Christianity. Central to Bogomil beliefs was the Gnostic dualistic cosmology, which posited the existence of two opposing forces, the good God, who created the spiritual world, and the evil God, or Satan, who created the material world. This dualism led the Bogomils to reject the physical world and the material aspects of the Church, including its sacraments and hierarchy. The Bogomils practiced strict asceticism, abstaining from meat, alcohol, and sexual relations. They believed that ascetic practices purified the soul and prepared it for the spiritual realm. They rejected the established church, considering its rituals and hierarchy as corrupt and unnecessary. Instead, they emphasized personal spiritual knowledge and direct communion with God. They opposed the veneration of icons, relics, and the cross, viewing them as idolatrous. Esoteric aspects of Bogomilism include their belief in the Inhabitants of Heaven or Theotokoi. The Bogomils referred to themselves as God-bearers, implying that they carried the divine spark within themselves. This concept reflects their Gnostic-leaning ideology, which emphasized personal spiritual knowledge and the idea that divine truth resided within each individual rather than in external religious institutions. This belief in the divine within led to practices that were distinct from mainstream Christianity, such as holding meetings in homes or outdoors rather than in churches, and rejecting the ecclesiastical hierarchy. The Bogomils believed that God's presence could be recognized anywhere, not confined to stone buildings designated by humans. They had a unique hierarchical structure that included a division between the illuminated ones, also known as the perfect or perfected ones, and the ordinary believers. This concept suggests the idea of achieving a higher state of enlightenment through personal effort and purity. To face persecution, they were forced to use a sophisticated system of allegorical interpretation of religious texts. They also believed that the literal meaning of the scriptures was often misleading and that the true, deeper meaning could only be understood through allegorical exegesis. This approach allowed them to reinterpret Christian doctrines in ways that aligned with their dualistic beliefs and rejection of the material world. The spread of Bogomilism was rapid and extensive, reaching parts of the Byzantine Empire, Serbia, and Bosnia. Its growing influence alarmed both the Orthodox and Catholic churches, leading to significant persecution. The Bulgarian state and the Orthodox Church took severe measures to suppress them. The Synod of 1211, convened by Tsar Boril, resulted in the condemnation and excommunication of Bogomils. Many were executed, imprisoned, or forced to recant their beliefs. Despite persecution, Bogomil teachings spread to Western Europe, influencing the Cathars in southern France. The Albigensian Crusade, launched by the Catholic Church in the 13th century, aimed to eradicate the Cathar heresy, which shared many similarities with Bogomilism. The Bosnian Church, an independent Christian church, is believed to have adopted many Bogomil doctrines. The legacy of Bogomilism is evident in its profound influence on other medieval heretical movements and its contribution to the development of Christian dualism. The movement's emphasis on asceticism and personal spirituality resonated with many and provided an alternative to the established church's practices. As the Cathars, they shared similar dualistic beliefs and a rejection of the material world and the established church. Their teachings continue to be a subject of fascination and study, offering insights into the diverse and dynamic nature of medieval Christianity.